Hi guys, so this is a full moon reading. I actually started it on TikTok. So if you want to see the first few parts, you can go there. Other than that, I'm tired, so I'm not going to restart. But basically, okay. Signs are crows, sloth, owl. Those are some guardian animals that are coming through. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you are seeing this message, it's probably because your spirit guides wanted you to come here, because I'm connecting with them in spirit. Your guides that are aligned with your highest good and that love you a lot and need to get a message to you. So you've been doing a bunch of hard work the past 7 years, maybe longer, maybe a little shorter, don't know. You might have some Taurus energy in your chart, or some Earth energy in general, some Venus energy in general, because I think there's two signs ruled by Venus. I know Taurus is one of them, but I'm blanking on the second one right now. So spirit, I decided to switch over here because my flow keeps getting interrupted, so that might kind of have something to do with like things that are going on for you. That's my lavender spray. It smells so good. Lavender flower water, love it. Okay, anyways, hold on. It's looking a little dark. It's looking a little dark. Maybe I'll do that. I honestly am a little tired from the first 2 readings. I'm just starting doing this for people online. I usually do this just for people that I know in life, and yeah. Maybe you're a little scared to start. I was and am too. Yes, people are gonna think we crazy. Yeah, people are gonna judge everything, but also the right people are gonna be like, hey, these people are onto something. So anyways, yeah, in my last video I was saying people think we crazy. It's okay. It's fine. Who cares anymore? Like, the whole point of this is us getting to a place where we don't really care what people think anymore, you know? Basically, if you start to do the work without overthinking. So one main thing from the message before is we need to release overthinking. We also need to release the concept that we need to hurry up and do it, or it's gonna run away from us, because what is meant for us will never be given to someone else, because it's only meant for us. Okay? It's only meant for you if it's meant for you. So if you don't do that work, then it's not going to be given to someone else. It's just going to wait for you in your next lifetime. Now, not saying that to scare you, because, oh, my nose is twitching. Huh? Bless you, Vanessa. Because it's not to scare you, it's to tell you that no one can possibly take your place. Nobody can take what's meant for you. So it's actually supposed to encourage you. I know that some of us get a little bit scared when Spirit's trying to encourage us, because sometimes Spirit, the way that they try to encourage us is in a very meta, higher dimensional way, and we still get scared of things because we're, you know, in the 3D. So, but, and I just say that because me too. Because something that I've really been, you know, thinking about is just like, I'm not doing anything fast enough. I should have been making my videos. I should have been putting out content. I should have been, you know, all this stuff. But I've been waiting till I've been perfect, and I'm just never going to be perfect. And, well, Spirit says we are perfect exactly the way that we are, so even when we are imperfect, we are perfect. It's a little bit of a mind-boggling thing to think about, but hey, you know. I need to remain grounded here, because I have some messages to give. Also, Crystal Skull. She's one of my best friends. She's helped me through a lot. Don't know if y'all have one. I'm not getting paid to tell you this, but maybe you should get you a giant quartz crystal. I sleep with mine. Not all the time, but like when I'm feeling a little scared. Okay, I'm getting a message. Some of you have been feeling a little scared because you're starting to like see stuff and hear stuff, and your clairs are getting like stronger, like clairaudience and clairsentience and all this stuff. I'm also getting the message that some of you need to be wearing a bonnet at nighttime. I don't care if you're a boy, girl, somewhere in between, whatever you are. You need to be wearing a bonnet. If your psychic senses are ramping up, you should wear a bonnet at nighttime because it really helps protect your crown chakra, which is very vulnerable when you are sleeping. And then it doesn't mean that you won't get downloads if you're wearing a bonnet. It just means that the low vibrational stuff will not be getting through. Some of you need to be strengthening your biofield more, which just means doing what I am now calling Kundalini pulsing, but I'm only calling it that because my partner Cameron, he watches this dude named Plasma on YouTube, and he's calling it Kundalini pulsing, and I haven't had a word for it till I heard him say that. So it's basically when you just like breathe in, you breathe, it's kind of hard to explain, but you breathe your breath down your chakras, and then you kind of hold it at the bottom, and then like you maybe hold it for like a second or two, and then you kind of stretch your body around your spine, and then you release it, and then it kind of unleashes and unlocks some. Okay, if you guys have ever done, I just don't know what I'm allowed to say on here, but psychedelics. I'm just gonna say it like that because I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but if you have ever done those and you've been activated by those, it's kind of like that. If you start to get into Kundalini pulsing, you may start to see things. Sirens outside, that's Archangel Michael. It's not even a test day today. That's usually Tuesdays, and that's not what today is. So if you start to see stuff like beautiful colors and what normies were going to call floaters, I've had people tell me that I'm seeing floaters when I try to describe to them what I'm seeing, so I just kind of stopped trying to describe to normies what I'm seeing, because they always think it's floaters because I stared at the sun too long, which, for the record, I do be staring at the sun. But I 100% believe that we can get downloads from looking at the sun. I'm not saying look at it if it's hurting you, but sometimes it doesn't hurt me. Like sometimes it doesn't hurt my eyes at all, and it feels kind of good, so that's why I do it sometimes. But if it's not feeling good, then I stop. And so I feel like that's kind of what you should go through life doing, is like, if it feels good, do it. If it doesn't, then you need to stop, you know? I've been getting very in tune with my body over these past few years, feeling what I actually feel. This also goes into an interesting territory, which is your sacral chakra, your womb space, your sexual organs. You may have incurred a lot of damage there. And you may have at some point, it's a really sensitive subject, but you may have accepted less than what your womb space deserves. And this can be for man or woman, because we can all be taken advantage of, and we can all be coerced into thinking that we want something that we don't, or that it would just be easier to give in, or different stuff like that. Like, there's lots of, so trigger warning, you know, sexual essay, I guess we can say that. Lots of us here have been through that. I almost think there might be nobody left that's never had that happen to them, in some way, shape, or form, whether they were verbally saying it was okay or not. Like, for instance, for me, I was with someone for years that was abusing my womb space, but I told him it was okay. You know, I thought it was, didn't really know anything different, and didn't know anything different until later on in life, after I left that relationship and I found my partner that I'm with now. And he actually asked me if I was okay when we were doing it one day, and I was like, oh, he cares if I'm okay? Weird. So that's kind of a personal thing to share, but I feel like some of you guys needed to hear that. They should care if you're okay. Point blank. They should care if you're okay. Feeling a little emotional now. Okay. Hey, I care about you guys a lot. I'm working on building a very loving, like, spiritual community here. So I just hope you know that you're safe here, and I love you a lot. And I know that that is a hard message to hear, but you're not alone. There's like a lot of us that have been through the same things. So yeah, dark night of the soul, baby. We've been through a lot of those lately. I know if you're here, we're all at varying degrees and places on our journey. This is so crazy that the sirens are going off today. It's Saturday. But anyways, so also, please be careful outside. The Kentucky Derby is happening right now, and one of the biggest events for people. I'm trying not to get flagged here, but you know, when cars move through, this is a terrible way of saying this. I just don't want to say it because I feel like it's going to get flagged. Be careful. Watch out. Okay? If you're outside and if you're in big crowds of people, watch out. Just watch for yourself and your friends. Watch for other people too. You know. Anyways, moving on, because that's a little bit of a scary one. I'm even going to sage now. I know the sirens might be annoying to you guys, I don't know, but they're really comforting for me because it just means Archangel Michael is really looking out and here for this message. He's been waiting a long time for me to get on here and do these, like a long time. So, without further ado, getting back to some of the main stuff. So the Sloth, guardian animal angel. The Sloth is a very important, it's so funny because nobody, well, I'm not gonna say nobody, but I feel like a lot of people don't care about sloths. They're like, oh, they move so slow, they're so boring, this, that, whatever. But they literally function in a different dimension, I feel like, because they move so slowly. You guys need this? If you need some. You don't have to accept it. You can say no. But if you want some, say yes. And here you go. And I love you. Everything's gonna be okay. Okay? This is all the darkness has to come up to be purged in order for you to move forward and be the best you that you can be. That's why the dark night of the soul, terrifying, but also so exhilarating, can feel absolutely terrible sometimes. But feeling your feelings can feel that way sometimes. Okay? So a lot of us have been through a lot of stuff that we've kept in our bodies for a long time, and we need to allow those feelings to be felt because we weren't safe to feel them before. And we need to allow those feelings to be felt and then release them, you know? Because then you don't have to feel that way anymore if you're not holding it in your body anymore. Because if you were holding it in your body all this time since the thing happened, then you've been in pain for a long time. You want to let that go, yeah? Well, it's hard, but you have to feel it. So yeah, you guys are probably not strangers to that if you are watching this video, because I have a feeling a lot of the people in my collective, some of y'all are beginners, but a lot of y'all are not new to this. You true to this. And you've already been through quite a few dark nights of the souls, whether you knew that's what it was or not. You guys are very strong individuals, and you can do this. So the things that you've been working on that you want to put out into the world, you are meant to do that. If you are feeling super called to doing it, then you are supposed to do it. Now, the pressure that you're putting on yourself about it isn't going to help. And I know that that in and of itself isn't helpful, but the first step to changing something is knowing that you're doing it, or knowing that it's affecting you. So I just want you to know the pressure is not helping. I know there's all this programming about diamonds being created under pressure and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But guess what? We are kind of different. If you're part of my collective, we're a little bit of softies. And when I say softies, like, don't get me wrong. We're not softies, but we are. So my point being, my inner child, she doesn't like when people put her under pressure. She would rather lay down and die than be put under pressure. And people think that she's going to come out stronger and better. However, she has handled an immense amount of pressure in life. But at this point now, it's time to take the pressure off. So ways that you can take the pressure off, if you're looking for advice, there is a woman named Wendy Jones that I watch her YouTube meditations, or not watch, but I listen to. She has helped me so much because some of us, or a lot of us, have been functioning in fight or flight for like years, possibly our whole lives, possibly before we even came out of the womb. I'm hearing for some of us, because when you're in the womb, you're still experiencing everything that's happening to your mother. And that's tea for some of you. What I mean by that is you may not have known that, but yeah, you even have healing to do from when you were a little fetus in the womb space. Yeah. Great. Woo. Anyways, I can help with that. Hit me up. Oh yeah, maybe I should plug myself. I'm a Reiki healer. I do Reiki. I've been doing Reiki since I was like 10 years old. So yeah, if you need some Reiki, hit me up. Ask me about my prices, because I'm not going to say all that on here, but ask me about it. It's pretty affordable right now. I don't know if it'll be as affordable forever, because I'm going to be in demand. In demand. Hopefully. Anyways, moving on. Okay, so yeah, Reiki is one of the things that will help you take the pressure off. Meditation is one of the things that will help you take the pressure off. I did a meditation by Wendy Jones today where she was saying that what if there was nothing that you needed to change about yourself? And that was mind-blowing to me. I had to shed a few tears because I was like, oh, nothing to change about myself. Hold on, honey. And she was like, no. For this moment, there's nothing to change about yourself. There's nothing you need to do. There's nothing you need to change. And that was mind-blowing for my whole system because I was like, ugh. I have a lot of Virgo placement, or a few strong Virgo placements too, so I can get really anal about things, and that was a confirmation burp. If some of you guys got some Virgo placements, ouch, I'm sorry, but also, like, you're probably really beautiful. But ouch, yeah, I get it. It's ouchies. But it's also a good thing. I know sometimes it's hard to think that, but it is, I promise. We need every single one of us, and we need the variety of different souls that exist here on this planet really balance each other out. Because I've met so many beautiful people that really help me to be more balanced and less heavy, or sometimes I need to be more grounded and they help me do that. And yeah, so here's another message coming up about community. Guys, it's not time to be in full hermit mode anymore. I mean, when I say that, I don't mean fly around the town by the seat of your pants like you used to when you were in your early 20s, or put the news down. Sorry, this iPad next to me just came up with some YouTube news about put the news down. The news isn't helping anybody, okay? The news isn't helping anybody. The news just wants you to be afraid. So stop watching it. If you're still watching it, stop. Okay? That's all I have to say about that. Do I need to close the window? The birds were sounding so nice. Close it, don't close it. Close it. Alright, I'm gonna close it because of the dude doing a lawn. Who knows how long he'll be doing that. Also,
Sonic, I'll play with you some other time. Gotta go fast, Sonic, go fast. Sonic, go faster, 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 faster. Wow.
okay, you're welcome for that. Okay. So yeah. I'm doing some stretches because, man, my back hurt. Don't worry about me. I got my sash on. It's just for fun. It doesn't matter. It's fine. I can be a little weird. In fact, I'm going to get really weird. As I get more comfortable on here, I'm going to get really odd. And you guys are going to see. And then you're going to be like, wow, maybe I can be myself online. And then you're gonna be like, oh, I definitely can be myself online if she can do that. Yeah. It's okay to have this. It's okay to have that. I don't know if somebody needs to hear that. It's very natural. You don't need to get, this one girl that used to be my friend, she told me, she was like, you know, you can get that pocket of fat under your chin, you can get that removed. And I was like, and that's all I have to say about that. I'm not doing that. Okay, guys. Anyway, because then I'd be like this all the time. We don't need to be perfect. We just need to be. Spirit put that there for a reason. I don't know what reason. Maybe so we can make emotions like this with our face. I feel like it adds to, like, the emotions that I can, the emotes that I can do with my face. I like it. Anyway. Love yourself the way that you are, or else. else I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna tell you to love yourself. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep getting weirder because I'm getting a little comfortable now. My flow state's not getting messed up every 9 minutes because of TikTok. I love TikTok, but I also hate it because it's like, can I just get my full word out? Okay. So maybe I should get back to the message now. All of these things have been relevant messages, so I'm not going to be hard on myself about it. But, so, you have this work that you want to put out into the world. Do a meditation about, do a Wendy Jones meditation on YouTube. Whichever one calls to you. And then make a video doing whatever that you like to do, whether you've been trying to get into doing tarot for the collective or reading ruins or singing songs or talking about something that you love, like books or records, or because my partner, he started talking on his Instagram about his records recently, and that's so cute. I love when people talk about what they love, and I love when people are just being themselves, you know. You never know who's waiting for you to put that content out, because each one of us, like how I said earlier, that each one of us, like, we all balance each other out by existing here on this planet. We have people that help balance out our personalities and, excuse me, help balance out our overthinking, help us be less serious or more serious depending on what we need. Like, we do that for each other. So in that same capacity, when you show yourself online, there is a whole collective of people that need to see you and need to experience you and the way that you think and the way that you feel and the way that you act and the way that your face emotes and the way that your body language is, and be liberated by it, you know. And so that's why it's important that we put ourselves out there. And I know that a lot of you think that it's an oversaturated market, you know, to put yourself out there online because of all the social media influencers and all this and all that. Well, guess what, honey? There's billions of people in the world, and they all need something specific. And there's some that specifically need you. And I know that's crazy to believe, that's hard to believe, but at the same time, it's not, yeah? You've been new. You have a lot of stuff to tell people, you have a lot of stuff to share with people, and you have a lot of knowledge that maybe I need it. I'm not just talking about me, though. There's a lot of people that need it. And so, it's time. It's time, and the kindest, with the least amount of pressure on you at all, it's time. Lovingly, I am telling you from spirit, it is time to put your stuff out there. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, it's going to be really weird at first. It's going to be clunky at first. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to look at yourself and rewatch these videos, and you're going to be a little bit embarrassed, but guess what? It's just like anything. The more you do it, the better you get at it. There's a weird programming that the big bad they, which is kind of what I call the 1%. Basically the people that benefit from us being little working ants and us being in this liminal space of sadness, but still choosing to exist. Those people also programmed us in many, many, many ways. One thing that they programmed us with is to think that well, now there's a million things going through my mind and I forgot what I was going to say, but one thing is that, one thing is that you need to be perfect to put out anything. Another thing is that you need to be a prodigy to put anything out. Okay, so let me start with the first one. You don't need to be perfect. You just have to try. And through trying and what some may call failing or some may call succeeding, you will gain more experience, and you will be able to, and it's also exposure therapy. When you do exposure therapy for yourself by exposing yourself to the world, and there's so many things running through my head right now, but people think the word expose has a negative connotation to it. That's because the programming of the big bad they, they want us to feel like being exposed is a bad thing. But no, honey, exposure is a good thing. When things are exposed, nothing can hide. And the only thing that's really trying to hide is the darkness, and the darkness isn't, okay, these are all huge concepts, but let's just keep going with what I was saying. When you do exposure therapy, you expose your own darkness within yourself, which is good for you. You are not evil. You are not bad, inherently. We all mess up. We all do bad things. We all have been dark places. It's not a bad thing to expose that anymore. Cancel culture is silly because you can't just cancel people when they mess up. That's what leads to unaliving, and that's what leads to more cycles of sadness, more lifetimes of sadness. That's not what we came here to do, guys. Cancel culture is over. I know that's a big download for some of you. It's gonna take some thinking for you to get to what I mean on that, but I don't feel like talking about it a super whole lot. But basically, human beings need each other. As much as we'd like to think that we're solitary beings, we are not. And there are times when we might have to go within ourselves for years or whatever, hermitage, and that's fine. But at some point, it will make you happier. It will make you better. It will make you learn more to be exposed and see other people and be yourself in front of them. There's also this programming that, this one is real simple and real weird. There's a programming that we can't have over the top body gestures or facial expressions, or all this stuff has been really suppressed within us because, like out in public when your mom would be like, stop that, don't do that. Or in public, confirmation burp. And she didn't mean anything terrible by it. It's just what she was programmed to do. Or your dad or whoever was like, for example, for me, I just have a lot of tics. Like I will do weird stuff all the time. If I'm feeling like my real self and I feel like I can be myself, then I have a lot of weird tics on my I have to move my hands, or like I have to just make weird faces, or like stuff that people will say that you are what people used to say to me when I was growing up, they would say I was a crackhead, but I was on no type of drugs. So maybe some of you guys had that experience too. It's no shame for people that, have done drugs or hard drugs or whatever. Sometimes I think they're on to something, but I'm not telling you guys to do hard drugs. Just so we're clear. My point being, though, for one, don't look down on other people. You never know what they've been through. You never know what you've been through. We've all been through things, okay? Let's just not look down on other people. Anyways, so my point was, growing up, if I would just be my full authentic self in front of people, then people would call me a crackhead, or they'd say I have too much energy. They would say I'm annoying. They would say this, that, whatever. They would say I talk too much, this, that, whatever. And now I'm coming to a place where I'm a lot more healed, and I'm starting to be like, okay, who cares? That's all right. You can feel like that. I don't care. Go away then. Or I will go. Unless other people here want me to stay, then you could go. Anyways, it's not about... Those people are just maybe jealous that they don't know how to be themselves 100% in front of other people. And they might be saying things that other people have said to them. So they're just hurting people. And it's not on purpose. It's just what they know how to do right now. So my point being, I'm learning to be myself more out in public. But guess what? People love it. And that's not why I'm doing it. But it is a fun, side effect of, learning to be yourself out in public, is that people can tell you're not an NPC. And so then they start to not be an NPC because they're like, oh, wait, I can be a little bit myself out here too. I can make weird faces and, be really expressionate and have fun and be bouncing off the walls just because I'm full of energy and, whatever. So when they start to see you doing that, they know that it's okay for them to do that. I think that's my whole point of this. I've been talking about a lot of different stuff, but you guys get it, right? My brain be bouncing, boop, 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 boop. And so, yeah, try to be yourself more out in public. Try to be yourself more out on the screen. Like, some of you are little stars, maybe big stars. Get on your screen. And when I say get on your screen, I don't mean watch screens. I just mean, record yourself doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because whatever you feel called that you came here to do, that is what you came here to do. You don't need a piece of paper to tell you that. You don't need special training. You don't need society. You don't need the system to tell you that you're worthy of doing what you came here to do. This is me and spirit giving you permission right now, which you've actually always had, but if you just needed someone to say it, you came here to do that thing that you keep thinking about. You came here to do it, and you are meant to, and you should. And we need you. Do the thing. I'm wearing a Mother Hecate pendant right now. I don't really feel like getting up close to show you. It's all over the TikTok shop, but some of you guys might understand Mother Hecate. She is a magnificent goddess. She never asks me for anything. She just is. I could honestly go on about her for a while, but I'll just say this. She is a protector of the children. We are the children. She protects us. She is a guardian of the crossroads. You are at a crossroads now in your life where you get to choose if you're going to be... You get to choose if you're going to do what you came here to do or if you're going to rot. Okay, let me take that back, because if it were me receiving this message, I would hate that. You get to choose if you came here to do what you came here to do, or you can choose to just live normie life. And I know you don't want to do that, okay? That's not really what you came here to do. You came here to have the whole world in your hands, okay? You are a little demigod. It's okay. It's okay. No pressure. But guess what? If you just do the work to be yourself, that will get you paid. If you just do the work to be 100% yourself out in public, on screen, off screen, everywhere that you are, all the time. In the potty, I don't know why I said that, but confirmation burp. In the potty, in the public restrooms, singing, pooping, farting, laughing. Everywhere you go, maybe not pooping everywhere you go, but farting is fine. Just let it go. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Turn away and slam the door. Hey, that's the past. Let's let it go. We want to be ourselves now. Okay. It's a lot more fun. Yeah. Okay. So I think I've kind of said mostly the messages I need to say, but I just want to get back to the cards that I had pulled. The Emperor, right side up, the Fool reversed, and 8 of Cups reversed. So this guy, this guy, this lady and this guy, in the Cups. This is really important. Walking out the door with your bags. Okay, Claro. I said that in one of my TikTok messages, but we need to let that old stuff go. We keep avoiding doing what we came here to do because we're afraid to be seen. It's time to just try, even if you're scared. It doesn't mean you have to stop being scared. It just means try even though you're scared. Okay? And as you keep going, as you keep exposing yourself, it'll get easier to do. But there is something to be said about consistency here. You have been trying over the years. You have been putting out some stuff. If you're kind of like me, you have been putting out some videos. You have been, creating some content, but you keep, going back and forth with it because you keep getting scared again when you're being perceived. And being perceived is a hard thing, especially when you're psychic and empathic, because you can feel what everybody is thinking about you. But that's why you need to take special measures to do your Kundalini pulsing. Kundalini pulsing raises your vibration. So even with all this crazy stuff happening around us and all the fear mongering that the media is doing, you can overcome that if you do the Kundalini pulsing that I was talking about earlier. Experiment with it. It is something that you only do, I'd say, when you're sitting down and when you're in a safe space, and probably by yourself, but at least start out sitting down, safe space by yourself. It can be outside or inside, but just know that you may experience some really interesting things that you may not want to be around other people for, like judgment wise, like because it just makes your body move and you might release some things and blah, blah, blah. So the Kundalini pulsing is something you need to get on. Stretching your body 10 minutes a day. It's honestly a hard commitment, harder than it sounds, but just tell yourself that you're worth it. Do it for 10 minutes a day, whether it's in the morning or at night. If you can, eventually build up to doing it 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night before you go to bed. Just stretching. Wherever your body feels like it's holding stuff, that's what you need to stretch. If you need help with that, you can look up YouTube videos on how to stretch this part of my body or whatever. For me, I just kind of know that stuff because I've been doing yoga and stuff for years. So that's just a knowledge that I already have. But if you don't already have it, look up stuff and you will gain the knowledge. We have a lot of information at our fingertips nowadays. 3, doing meditations. Wendy Jones is my fave right now. Do Wendy Jones meditations or just do other guided meditations that you find online on YouTube. I find a lot of good ones on here. Do what you feel called. Listen to your intuition. If it feels good, keep doing it. If it doesn't, stop. Exposure therapy. Keep doing your exposure therapy. Try. Sometimes exposure therapy starts as simple as starting to go to the store again. Some of you guys are still buying your groceries online. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, actually. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you aren't getting any outside time exposure where you see other 4444, by the way, on the clock, where you see other people that's when it's like, if you're afraid to see other people and just walk past other people, that's when you know that you need to go out and do some exposure therapy. I realize that it's hard, especially after everything that happened in 2019 and before then, right before then. But we do need to get a little comfortable seeing our fellow people, because it's okay to be seen and it's good. It's all good, okay? So those are your 4 medicines that I feel like you might be needing. And there's honestly a lot more I could say, but I kind of need to, I think I want to get started on my day soon. Like, this is a start to my day, but I would like to, do some other stuff today. So the Fool was in reverse because of our avoidance stuff. Some of you have strong connections to dandelions. Some of you are fae people like me. You're really connected with the fae. If you're really connected with the fae, that means sometimes you need to, okay, this is another thing. You need to go outside, make some special designated time to take yourself outside, and it doesn't have to be somewhere fancy. It can be your backyard. It can be somewhere near your house that you don't have to drive to if you don't have a car, or you can drive somewhere if it's really close. Just somewhere that it can be simple for you to go there and just sit in the grass on the ground, and consciously think, do a bit of a meditation with yourself where you're just releasing all which does not serve you down through all your chakras, down into the earth. So this is one where usually you'd be sitting down to do. And then from your root chakra, you're like pouring down all that does not serve you into the earth and asking her to transmute that for you. She has that power. And then saying thank you. If you are a Reiki practitioner, give some back to the earth. Turn on your Reiki. And, send some to Mother Gaia, because she needs it right now. There's a lot going on. There's some crazy stuff going on, okay? She does need our help. And if you're not a Reiki practitioner, you can send healing energy too. You know that. Eventually I'd like to attune a lot of you guys to Reiki, but that's like way further in the future. I have to get everything started first, okay? But so yeah, the 8 of Cups was just about our avoidance, okay? We've all been avoiding being seen for a long time. We've been avoiding doing the thing. We've been saying it needs to be perfect. It has to be like this. I have to know how to do this. I have to know how to edit videos. I have to know how to do this. No, you already have everything you need. You know exactly how to do your craft, and you just need to practice it. Practicing it is going to be happening while you're on the screen, while you're in action. It's not going to be behind the scenes anymore. It's not meant to be behind the scenes anymore. People are meant to see you grow and get better and keep doing it. You have big things to do here, and I am really, really proud of you for all that you've done. Spirit is really, really proud of you. Your whole spirit team is really, really proud of you. They also are saying they want you to connect with them more deeply and more intentionally. One way that I connect with my spirit team, and I do need to do it more, is just by sitting down and putting the intention out there. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, higher dimensional family of the truest and highest power, aligned with my truest and highest good. Please connect with me right now. You could basically say anything after that point, like spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, higher dimensional family, spirit, Mother Gaia, of the truest and highest power, aligned with my truest and highest good. Please, can you help me with this? Or please, can you show me this? Or please, can you connect with me more deeply, or please can you show me the way, or please can you hold me, or please this, like anything, ask them for it. They are there. You have a spirit team. You haven't done all of this alone. I know sometimes it felt like it, but you're not alone, okay? You're very special. You're not alone, okay? That's what I'm here to tell you too. So yeah, basically just do your thing, because you've developed all the necessary skills that you need. All you need to do now is practice exposure therapy and practice it in real time while on screen or on the streets, or whatever will help you. Any type of exposure therapy is going to help you, but you're going to need it because you're going to be really seen. And I know you want to be, deep inside, you want to be seen, you want to be felt, you want to be heard. You have a lot to say, and you have important things to say, you have important information, and you are going to be heard, and you are going to be seen. And guess what? The people that need you, they're going to feel you, and they are going to be very grateful for you putting yourself out there and showing yourself to them, because they needed the message that you have to give them at that time. Whether you do tarot or whatever you do, it doesn't have to be any sort of divination either. It can sometimes be music. My partner, he makes music, and he has, well, I believe there's light codes in the music. There's downloads in the music. Some people make movies. There's downloads in the movies. Some people, you're just giving people downloads just by being yourself out in public and not being afraid to show that you're just being yourself. It's beautiful. It's a work of art, is kind of what Spirit is telling me. Like, you just being yourself out in public is like very activating for some people, and they sometimes don't know what to do with that, what they feel about that, but it's okay to inspire people to that level. We're gonna do that. We're only gonna keep getting more beautiful because we're being more and more ourselves, okay? You're gonna keep getting more beautiful because you're just being yourself. That's what makes you beautiful. It's not age, it's not this, it's not that, it's not all these creams, it's not surgery, it's not whatever. It's just being yourself and loving yourself. That's what makes you beautiful. And people need to see that so they can learn to do that for themselves. And you know how to do it. I know you know how to do it. Okay. And also something about turtles. Turtles, anyone? So yeah, go slow, but go. Okay, keep going. The sloth, going super, super slow. But the sloth is going. Going it is. Yoda, okay. Something about Yoda too. We're little Yodas, okay? Come on, let's go. We got shit to do. Okay. I think that's all I have to say. Thank you for listening. Love you very much. Happy full moon. It's a beautiful day. Take care of yourself. And be yourself. And keep doing it. Keep trying your best. And I love you, and I love you, and I love you. Thank you for listening. I love you. Bye-bye.